When I went on my last Royal Caribbean cruise, I wanted to test out the very best inside cruise ship cabin hacks that'll work for everybody. I'm not talking about the hacks that might work for somebody named Aiden. I'm talking about tried and true, guaranteed, gonna make your inside cabin better because inside cabins are small, dark, cramped, and these are the tricks that are gonna work. So I've got 9 of them that I think are gonna work for everybody out there. And to make sure they all worked, I tested it out while I was on Radiance of the Seas, one of the oldest ships in the fleet with one of the oldest types of cabins. Not a lot of outlets, not a lot of space. I wanted to make sure this would work on almost any Royal Caribbean cruise ship. Let's begin with the biggest problem with an inside cabin, and that is, well, it's dark. There's no natural light in there. So I brought on a sunrise alarm clock, and the idea here is really simple, but it's genius. Basically, you set an alarm for whatever time you'd like to wake up, but rather than just like an alarm like your phone can do, this actually slowly illuminates the room, as if the sun is coming up. Because when you're in an inside cabin, you have no idea ordinarily if it's 3 a.m. or 3 p.m. And when your iPhone alarm goes off, it's very jarring. It wakes you up and it's still dark and you don't know where you are. Anyway, with the sunrise alarm clock, the idea is, just like when you're at home, there starts to be a little bit of light. And as you get closer to your actual alarm time, there's more and more light that comes in. So that way, you're kind of already used to it to some extent. And also, when the alarm does go off, first of all, you have a couple different sounds you have, including birds chirping, but also it just makes it so much more enjoyable to wake up rather than being jolted awake. I bought a sunrise alarm clock that I can reuse on every single cruise I go on. It's less than $40, and it allows you to specify how many minutes before your actual alarm, the sun, quote unquote, will start to rise. And I really preferred waking up to this rather than just having that alarm going off. It really does make a difference, believe it or not. But I think the absolute best new trick I found with an inside cabin is buying a USB rechargeable ceiling fan, or really a fan for anywhere. I gotta be honest, this works for almost any type of cabin because having airflow and just things moving around makes it nicer. Not to mention having some white noise from a fan, I think is a more enjoyable way to sleep. But regardless of that, having a fan that I can position anywhere in the cabin because the walls and ceiling are made out of metal and the base of this particular fan is magnetic, it makes it so convenient to be able to cool off, especially when I came back on board the ship after a very hot day in Cozumel. I got to tell you, this really made a difference. It's really simple. Charge it via USB, so there's no power outlet required, and then positioned anywhere. I could put it right by where the air conditioning comes out and propel that cold air right into me. I could put it on the wall next to me. I could just put it somewhere facing in a different direction, so I had white noise. It lasts all night. And I've tried out 2 different models of this, and I'll have links to both of them in the description below. But I will tell you that I really feel like this just makes the cabin far more enjoyable, whether you're overheated, not to mention the fact you can bring it elsewhere on the ship, but also just to have it, again, to keep the air moving. I think that's a really underrated benefit, and I just found myself going from like, oh, this is neat, to like, I'm going to be bringing this on every single Royal Caribbean cruise ship. In fact, I think it's actually more useful in non-inside rooms. If you're staying in a balcony or even a suite that has a lot of windows, and if you're going during the summer months when it gets really warm, even with the AC pumping, I mean, that solar radiation coming into your room still heats up your cabin. It's a huge benefit to have one, and so this is absolutely like my favorite new thing. Speaking of how cold or hot it is in your room, I was surprised how useful bringing a magnetic thermostat was. Like when I first read about this hack, I was like, there's no way this is useful. But my inside cabin only has a dial of how hot or how cold. There's no digits in there. And if you're like me at home, you're used to setting it to a specific temperature. Like you have a number in your digital thermostat, but that doesn't exist in old cabins. So this actually made it so much easier to understand how cold or how hot the room is and be able to manage it appropriately. Listen, when you're sitting at home, this might not make a lot of sense. Trust me when I tell you, when you walk in the room and instantly see what the temperature is, it makes a world of difference, especially on Royal Caribbean's older ships. Its newer ships have this feature, like if you're going on a ship that was built in the last like 3 or 4 years. But regardless, considering how cheap these thermostats are, like, a couple bucks, I think it's well worth it. I put it right by my thermostat, and I knew exactly how cold I wanted it and how I could keep it there because I could match up the digital reading to the color reading on the actual thermostat. Super helpful. Since I was sailing on Radiance of the Seas in an inside cabin, they still have cloth curtains for the shower, and they are, well, I'm going to be real with all of you, gross. They cling to you, and you got to remember then how many other people that particular shower curtains clung to in the past, like, ugh. Anyway, this is a really smart idea. Bring heavy-duty magnets, which are useful in a lot of cases. We'll talk about that in a second. But I brought these magnets, attached the curtain to the wall because, of course, in your bathroom, the walls are made out of metal and you can use the magnets there. And that kept the curtain from getting to know me very intimately. And I have to say, this is a huge benefit to having this. I really like this particular hack. Now, the magnets are useful in many other cases as well. Having heavy duty magnets can help keep a lot of things off the furniture and off the floor, whether they're towels, bathing suits that are drying, hats, and other knickknacks. It really does make a difference. I mean, magnets are like the OG cabin hack of all time, but they deserve to be because they're really that useful. But in my particular case, I was looking at it from the shower curtain perspective, and boy, am I glad I spent like $5 on new magnets. It was so worth it. While we're in the bathroom, I wanted to share another newly discovered cabin hack that I absolutely love, and that's bringing a magnetic toothbrush holder. So regardless of what kind of cabin you're in, unless you're like in a giant suite, the counter space in your bathroom is really limited. Even if you're sharing it with just one other person, I mean, it's gonna get real contentious real quick because there's not a lot of space there. So instead, I brought a magnetic toothbrush holder, and this is a really simple idea. It has like 3 spaces for it. Put it against the wall, because again, the walls are all made out of metal. You can place it anywhere, and I put in my razor, my toothbrush, my toothpaste. I mean, you can put anything in there that'll fit, and it's pretty strong magnet, quite frankly. And I was surprised and very happy how much it opened up our countertop to not just being a bunch of stuff over there. I mean, there's still plenty of things, don't get me wrong, but this makes a huge difference, especially for the toothbrush and the toothpaste, because ordinarily I would just stick them in the glasses that Royal Caribbean provides in there, but obviously it takes away the glasses and it's still in the way. This allows you to position this stuff away from the counter, but still very convenient to grab. I really love this. And again, this is another like must pack regardless of what kind of cabin I'm staying in. I think bringing a magnetic toothbrush holder is now a must buy. One more hack for the bathroom, and that is Poo-Pourri. All right, real talk for everybody out there. I don't care how pretty you are, how old you are. When you go to the bathroom and you use it in there, let's just simply say there isn't as good ventilation as you might have at your bathroom at home. Let's face it, there's no fart fan in there. So do yourself and everybody else you're sharing the cabin with a favor and bring Poo-Pourri or some other air freshener with you. I'm not talking about bringing Lysol, but Poo-Pourri and similar products I'm sure that are available as knockoffs basically target the odor within the bathroom to prevent it from becoming, well, smelly. And trust me when I tell you, this is the best money you'll ever spend. You should probably have them at home too, but definitely in your cruise ship bathroom because there's just no ventilation in there whatsoever, and you don't want to just leave a oopsie for somebody else later on. Moving back out to the cabin, I want to talk about one of my favorite all-time important hacks, and that is the power outlet expander. On Radiance of the Seas, there are no USB outlets. We only had 2 regular US outlets and 2 European outlets, which, by the way, I gotta say was actually more than I expected there to be, because on some cruise ships I've been on, there's only been like 2 outlets. Regardless, if you're going on a cruise today, you're gonna have your iPhone, your tablet, a computer, other devices that all require USB. Heck, I just talked about a couple different items in this list here that require USB. So bring a USB power outlet expander, but it's important to bring the right kind of one because Royal Caribbean does not allow you to bring any kind. You can only have a power outlet expander that has 1 AC outlet, but unlimited USB. So the Apico one that I'm listing over here is actually wonderful for this. It's really useful. It works on US, UK, and EU power. So really anywhere you go in the world on Royal Caribbean cruise, you can use it. Not to mention the fact that within Royal Caribbean cabins, you can take advantage of those extra outlets you have over there. With the European ones, bam, this expands it so much more. This next hack might surprise you, but I tried both and it really does make a difference. That is splitting your beds. Even when you're sailing solo, having the beds split apart makes an inside cabin feel bigger. It's strange to think that would actually make a difference, but because the beds by default are just basically 2 regular beds pushed together, having them split apart and having a walkway in the middle versus around the sides, for whatever reason, makes the room feel bigger because you're doing less of that shuffle horizontally to try to get around the bed or crawling on the bed. Instead, it just makes the room feel like it actually works a lot better. If you're traveling solo or just really love the person you're sailing with, obviously the downside of this hack is you give up having a larger bed. But the reality is because those 2 beds are really 2 beds and not really 1 bed to begin with, you lose out on that crevice, which inevitably I kind of feel like I'm falling into all the time anyway. And so this just works a little bit better. And so when I'm cruising solo, I'll always ask for my stateroom bed to be split apart. Your cabin attendant can do this. Don't do this yourself, obviously. And even if you're sharing the room, I still think splitting the beds makes more sense just for being able to move around a little bit easier. And last, but certainly not least, one of my favorite tricks of all time is your luggage should go under your bed. I don't know, some people, I guess, leave their bags like out in the room and use it to either live out of or just leave it there in general. But even in an inside room, you should be able to fit your luggage underneath your bed rather than try to stuff it somewhere else. And yes, you could put it in your closet, but when you put it in your closet, you're taking away space from somewhere else. I mean, for me, the inside of my closet becomes Mount Laundrymore, and so it's better for me to have the bag somewhere else and hidden away in a place I'll never use, which is definitely under your bed. Stick it under there. If you need to nest them together, it really does make a difference. All right, there you have it, my 9 absolutely best cruise cabin hacks. I would challenge any of you to tell me these don't work. I mean, it really does make a difference, makes your cabin better, makes your experience better, and some of these actually work for other types of rooms as well. Let me know in the comments below, is there one that you think should have been on this list that I didn't list? I mean, this has got to be one that works every single time. I'm not talking about hacks that only work if the Buffalo Bills actually make it past the wild card round of the playoffs, which, as we know, is very rare. While you're below our video, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications. That way YouTube lets you know we have a brand new video to share. This has been Matt from RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com, and we'll talk again real soon.